You know, the number one reason why most people, including you potentially watching this video now, are broke is just because they don't want to be rich. Let me put it another way because it might sound confusing at first, right? The reason why you are not rich or the reason why you remain broke may be lying into things you don't even aware of, things that are preventing you from being not broke, if it makes sense. Well, because the reality is, if you live in America today, it doesn't matter the amount of income you make per month. The problem is not about how much you make, but it's really about how much can you save? How much can you keep from anything you are able to make come into your pockets or your bank account at the end of the month? And truth is, if you look at some people's closet, if you look at some people's garage, if you look at some people's handbags and everything else, such as the consumers, stuff we like to buy here and there, for whatever reason it might be, it's actually preventing you from your financial future. It's actually freeing you, pulling you back instead of pushing you forward. All right. And there is something about getting out of brokenness or being financially free. Well, it's about discipline. Because the truth is, are you really able or are you really willing to look yourself in the mirror and decide that you are going to stop paying that $5 coffee at Starbucks every single day? Because $5 every single day from Starbucks, by 20, or let's just say 30, that's $150 a month. On top of everything else you're already paying for: food, clothing, transportation. All right. Now let's talk about clothing. Are you really in need, or is it really necessary for you to buy brand names or designing clothes where you're not even making six figure? I mean, do you really need to have rims on your car that are worth more than the value of your damn car? I mean, do you really need to go out and eat every single day of the week? Because it is costing you a significant amount of money and it's robbing you from your financial future. Let me take an example. Let's just say every single day you get out to eat, all right? You spend in average, let's just say $50 a day. So I'm not even counting breakfast. I'm not counting lunch. I'm just counting dinner. All right. So let's just count dinner. So $50. $50 a day multiplied by 30, that is $1,500. $1,500 just to eat dinner every single month. So if you're adding to that the Starbucks coffee or the $5 coffee, that's already $650. If you add to that every single new pair of Jordans, every single new pair of sneakers, every single pair of matching sweatshirt and sweatpants by the month, I mean, it adds up pretty quick, right? Now, let's just say on top of eating dinner, you also eat lunch because you work, all right? And you usually take breakfast, a taquito, a breakfast sandwich, anything. It can add up pretty significantly just every single month. And that is if you are only eating alone. Now, if you add your wife, you add your kids, the bill starts to be a lot more expensive. Let me show you how you are robbing yourself from your financial future. Because if you were just to put 500 of that money that you will save by only going out half of the week, instead of having to pay or spend $1,500 a week, you are now saving $750. All right. Now, let's just see how, if you were to invest that same $750, so just redirect that money you just saved on not going out every single day of the week, $750, you start with it zero, all right? And every single month, you put $750 into an investing account, an investment account. It might be an IRA, it might be a 401k, it might be a brokerage account, it might be in some stocks, it might be in some mutual funds, but the bottom line is you need to invest that money. So let's just say you put that money for the next 10 years, 10 years with an rate of return of just 8%. This is the average markets, the stock market has been returning on a yearly basis for the last 30 to 35 years. All right. So I'm being really conservative here. We're talking about $138,000. This is the price value in some states here in America. All right. So the money you're spending every single week eating out is robbing you from $140,000 each 10 years. Now, let's just imagine for a second that we double the investing period. So instead of 10 years, let's just switch to 20 years. Boom. We're talking about $450,000, people, just by reducing half of the money you spend every single day every single week eating out by just doing the groceries. This is the amount of money you will save. So by doing so or not doing so, you are robbing yourself of $450,000, folks. All right. Now, let's just meet. Now, let's just go to 30 years or 25 years, all right? 25 years, boom, we're talking about $718,000. Remember, I told you at the beginning of this video, of the simulation, that I was being conservative because sometimes the market does, in reality, a lot better than just 8% a year, all right? So let's just go to 10%, just 10%. 10% with the exact same amount, we're talking about $1 million. Can you see yourself robbing you from $1 million in the next 25 years? So you're costing you $1 million by just going out to eat a little less, a little bit more every single days of the week. You can see that, some of the reasons why some people are broke or not rich is really because, they don't want to take the sacrifices. They don't want to go through the discipline it takes to say no to certain things, to say no to certain pleasures that are temporary. Because nobody in 25 years will remember how good was that steak filet mignon, how good or how fresh and lit were that sweatband or that chain or that rim from the car you bought 20 years ago. What will matter is that you have the money available now to have a comfortable life, not only for you, but also for your kids. Because if you pass this money on to your kids and you teach them the principles that are bringing you to this level of money, I guarantee you, they will never, ever have to worry about money, whether they go to school or no, just because you decided to say no to few pleasures.